Welcome to the Cowboy Entrepreneur Show, created and hosted by Scott Knudsen, to explore the crossroads of horses and business. Now here's your host, Scott Knudsen.
Hi, and welcome to Freedom Fridays. I'm your host, Scott Knudsen. We created Freedom Fridays to support Anita Wagner's true life story, Freedom. It's going to be a movie, and we thought it would be fun for you to get to meet everybody involved with the movie, from the musicians to the actors and actresses to production. So you can start following everybody on their social media and just become part of the movie. And today we have a great show. We have Joni and Olivia Harms, and they are just wonderful singers. And I've been watching their videos and listening to them over the last couple of days. And now we follow them all the time. So Joni, Olivia, thank you for being on Freedom Friday.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
So Joni is an award winner. I mean, she's won the Western Music Association, Academy of Western Artists, and just so acclaimed. And I think, 13 albums now?
14, actually, if we count the one that she and I did together. Yeah.
Oh, that's got to be special. Do one with Olivia for sure.
With my daughter. Yeah, it was great. We hope we can do some more.
That's right. Absolutely. I'm over here just like, yeah, y'all can. Y'all sound great together.
Keep going.
Yeah, absolutely. And Olivia, y'all both are on tour all the time too. I was looking at your tour dates, and it's impressive.
Yeah, try to stay really busy. I think after the last couple of years, everybody really wants music. And I know from our perspective, we're just dying to get back out there and play music and see people and see their smiling faces. And so, yeah, we're, just trying to go as much as we can because we missed it and we love it.
Oh, that's so cool. And I know Anita calls everybody the Freedom Dream Team, and she spoke so highly of y'all, and she was so excited. Y'all are going to have some music in the movie.
I hope so. Yeah, it sounds like it, right? It's exciting.
Yeah, it's going to be really neat. And, we all love Anita to death and love her story. And it is a family. It really is. That's why I'm so glad y'all are on the show today. And everybody's going to get to follow you. We'll give out their social media sites so y'all can follow them after the show. So I guess, Joni, so when did you start playing music?
Well, I think I did my first gig at 5 years old. I sang at the Molalla Buckaroo Rodeo right here in Molalla, Oregon. And no, I just fell in love with it. My whole family is very musical. I came along 10 years after my sister, 11 years after my brother. And my mom and dad and Chris and Buck, my brother and sister, were already playing a lot of music. And so I just kind of needed to step right in there and find a harmony part and join in, and I did, and I loved it. And I'm really the only one that pursued music as a full-time career. Mm-hmm. But it's been really good to me. I can't imagine anything else I'd rather be doing still, and as I look back, it's just been such a fun ride. I knew right when I did that first gig at 5 years old at that rodeo, I wanted to be a rodeo queen and a country music singer.
Oh, that's
thank goodness I've been able to do both.
What a blessing, for sure. And how do you juggle that, running the farm? You have your music career and looking at the tour dates. You're so busy. How do you manage that?
Well, there's not too many dull moments, I'll tell you that. But I wouldn't want it any other way. And there's nothing I want to give up, Scott. So I just say I'm going to make a way to do it all. And, it's just one thing kind of feeds the other. I get, when I'm outside with the cattle or doing whatever, I get ideas for songs, and sometimes I'll just jot them into my phone or keep them in my head and kind of start singing a little melody, and then get in the house and maybe take 5 minutes and write it down, or grab my guitar and put it down. And, and if I find that if I'm too long at the ranch, I start craving to get out and play music. And then after being 2 weeks out on the road, I was ready to get home. Took me a little longer than I planned yesterday coming back from Dallas. Right. But on the same hand, I got to get a fix of both. And that keeps me really happy.
Man, I love that. That's so cool. You have the blessing to get to do that. There's so many people that watch the show and that listening to the Freedom Fridays are like, how do you get the balance? And
well, I know it really is. Olivia and I both get up every day and thank God that we get to do what we do, because
absolutely.
We love every aspect of our life. love to get out and share our stories and meet all these other great people.
Yeah.
And it's been fun for us to even get over into Europe or Australia or different places, and especially like Europe, people don't have a clue, really, a lot of them, what it's like to live on a ranch, but they
Mhm.
want to, and they dream about it. And so then we can get over there and kind of share our stories with them and give them just a little taste of what it's all about. It's pretty special.
That's so cool. And Olivia, I think I read somewhere that you were yodeling in Europe. Is that correct?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I did my
I'm
research here,
sure I was.
I'm not gonna ask you
Yeah.
to, but could you
Oh
tell
my
that
gosh,
story?
this one has taken me on the road ever since I was 2 days old. And so that's how I started to sing, is I would get up on stage and sing I want to be, a cowboy sweetheart. And then I had a little song that we wrote and it's called Coyote Yodel. So I would get up and I'd sing my little song and yodel probably. And then I started kind of transitioning into playing guitar and doing a little bit more songwriting. So I'm not yodeling as much anymore,
Yeah.
but boy, maybe I'll have to practice up so we can have a
You
yodeling debut in in the Freedom movie.
Yeah, you never know, plus Joni might
Yeah.
just pull you
Oh,
up to yodel, you never know.
right, just a
Well,
little
it's
yodel.
it's so cool, y'all's career and being a family, a mother and daughter going around the world, and getting to do what you love to do. Um, so how does somebody, just inspirational part, how does somebody get to do that? There's so many people saying, I wish I could go do my dream. What advice or what can they learn from y'all? Any words of wisdom?
Oh, I don't know.
Will you go first, and then I'll throw something, or I
I
can
mean,
go first?
yeah, I think if you have a dream, you should definitely do it, but I feel like sometimes in today's world, if you're not in the Western industry or you don't come from like a ranch ag background, sometimes we forget that dreaming big also requires a lot of work.
Right.
Like that's
Yeah.
how I was raised, is you want to dream big, and if you have a goal, do it, but it's not going to happen overnight, and you really have to kind of grind it out and keep that dream on your horizon and keep working for it, and then take the little successes and the little wins and say, okay, I'm getting there slowly but surely. I mean, it's not an easy path, but boy, it's so rewarding. And when you finally get some of those big wins and you say, wow, 2 years ago I was really wishing I could be where I am now, and look at this, and you keep going. And so I think that's helped me a lot, is coming from a really big work ethic background in
Mm,
agriculture and ranching, to know that it's not easy, but boy, it's sure worth it.
yeah, that's
Yeah, and
awesome.
saying that, but following up with it, is a lot of times it is two steps forward, huge step back, and then that's when you kind of got to catch your
Yeah.
breath and say, okay, about the time you say maybe this isn't for me, maybe I'm just not meant to do this, then something good will happen, and it'll give you just exactly what you need to keep going forward again. And it's up and down climb, but as long as it kind of slowly but surely keeps going upward,
Right.
that's really what it's all about. And I've been blessed to be able to make a good living. I've had a couple of record deals. I was first signed by Jimmy Bowen to Capitol Records back in the early
Wow.
90s. And then I was on Warner Brothers, the Warner Western label, which I really felt like was my niche and my spot. And I was having quite a bit of airplay and success with that. And then they closed down that label, and so I mean it was a heartbreak for me. But I also had the chance to write for Anne Murray's publishing company and Charlie Daniels'
Awesome.
publishing company, and I've just learned so much along the way. And I'm seeing this one do the same thing. I mean, it's just I sometimes got to just pinch myself, because I'm so proud of where she's going, and
That's so cool.
I maybe I helped a little bit, but she's really done it, the majority of it, all on her own, and it's just really fun to see.
Oh, that's so cool. And that's such a cool story too, that you've been able to do all that. And there's so much more you're going to get to do,
Right.
not only with your career, but your daughter's career.
Oh, I know. I feel truly blessed. And Anita, we're really excited about your movie again. And after I see the script, I know we both would like to write some more new music
Oh,
for it. I just gotta,
Nice.
see where we need the music, and then get inspired to write something for that particular scene or
yeah,
whatever. But
paint the picture and
yeah,
we'll
There you
write the
go.
song.
I love
exactly.
that. Yeah, Lisa and Anita did the rewrite for the script, and it's so strong. It's so good.
Oh,
It's
wonderful.
strong Western based, and it's funny and it's romantic. It's everything.
Well,
Um,
the neat part of it is it's really started from a true story. It's
Yeah,
kind
absolutely.
of his life, and I'm sure they've, switched some here and there, but I remember reading her book and laying out by the swimming pool with her talking about this dream of hers. And she said, "Well, if when I get it done, Joni, I want you to be in with some music." And I said, "Well, I'd truly be honored." And now we got Olivia coming in with "Hey There, Cowboy," I think.
Yeah,
and
I get to tag
some of
along.
those. So it should be really great.
That's so cool. It's so cool. She talked about y'all being in it. Now it's coming to fruition, and her story is so great. It really is. I know when we got the book, we read through it so quickly because you didn't want to put it down, and
Right.
what was so great, it's all true, just the stories itself are
Yeah,
just so
Right.
great,
I
It's
agree.
amazing.
It is, and I think that's what's so fun about Freedom Fridays. Everybody gets to meet the people around the movie, but they also have Friends of Freedom on Facebook and other social media, so you can see behind the stage, behind the scenes, and it
Right.
just lets everybody be a part of it, and it
Yeah,
truly is a family.
For sure.
Yeah,
very cool.
yeah. So let's talk
Look out,
musical influence.
Yellowstone.
Yeah, look out, Yellowstone.
Absolutely. This script is so strong and it's true. I mean, how do you defend that? I mean, that's big time. That's
Amen.
what's so cool.
And I think people are really craving this particular kind of, movie, and kind of feel good stories are so welcome to have back. I mean, all this, stuff that you see advertised at the movies, just is really nothing there that is even something I'd want to pay my money to go see. And
Right.
so, I think more than ever right now, people really like to just go see something and feel something that's going to make them leave there with a good, kind of positive attitude. Life's not so bad after all.
That's right.
Absolutely. Well, they just watch this show and watch y'all too. They'll feel that for sure. It's so much fun. I just been smiling so much. Uh, so, so who's y'all's musical influences? I was reading a little bit, but like when you go to write or sing, I love that. I kind of figured that, but you know, I love that.
I go back to the early days of golly, I liked Emmylou Harris, Dolly Parton, Merle Haggard, Don Williams, Buck Owens.
Those are good.
Really, I like classic country. That's really who I am. And I like to write my Western music too, but
Mhm.
I would say, fiddle, steel, guitar, huge, important to have in my band. I hate that that's kind of fading away from some of today's country music, that they're leaving those instruments out, because to me, they are country music.
Mhm.
So the good news is, though, is she feels the same. And so for those that still love classic country and that style of music, we're going to continue making it. So
I
That's right.
love that. I love that. And y'all are so important in the industry, in the music industry for sure, to carry that tradition and carry that torch, because there's a lot of people that like that music. They might not play it as much, but the people who do play it are going to have that attention, because there are a lot. I was talking to Steve, the producer of the show, earlier, and I was like, listen to this one, both of y'all's. And he was like, man, I
Oh,
love this music,
great.
so I can't wait for everybody to start following you and hear the music. Even though you have a bunch of fans, there's always a new one. And
Oh my
That's
goodness.
right.
No,
Always.
one fan at a time. That's the
That's
way
right.
we do it.
absolutely, just like horse training, one horse at a time.
Just one at a time. I
Yeah,
know.
same thing. So, Olivia, you want to talk about your newest album?
Yeah, I would love to. And it kind of segues nicely because, I found that me playing in Texas, kind of around some of the honky tonks and like Texas
Uh,
red dirt country, has been a really good fit for me right now because I have the
mhm.
very same influences. That's what I grew up listening to. And then you kind of, get that prime country in there that was on the radio when I was growing up. And of course, George Strait, Leanne
Wow.
Womack, Brooks and Dunn, all of those. And that's what I've truly grown to love and like to listen to and write those story songs and, those kind of two-step and good swing dancing
Yeah,
songs,
yeah,
honky tonkers.
yeah.
So I started going to Texas and I was like, these people down here, they really love good traditional country music.
Mhm.
They love the Western lifestyle. And after spending so much time in Nashville, I felt like Texas really understood who I am as an artist, and I didn't have to try to put on a face. They just liked me for who I am. And so that's what I've been up to, is spending more time in Texas. And my album has done really well down there. I released my first single to the Texas Red Dirt chart. It's called Neon Blue in February, and it topped the chart at 29 out of 100.
Awesome.
So not bad for a
That's
first
very
run.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And Hey There Cowboy, I just released it as my second single, and it's just made its way onto the chart. It's only been out for like 3 weeks, and it's at number 88 now. So it's finally on the chart, and now we get to start watching it, see if it'll climb or where it's going to go. But it's really exciting to be down there and play music for people that seem to get it like I do.
They love it, and I think they're around the country, it's just finding that market. There just happens to be a lot of us down here that like that kind of music for sure.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
And
I like you guys down there too. So
yeah,
that's a good thing.
we
They'll accept an Oregon gal.
hey, you know what? We had one of our best stallions come out of Joseph, Oregon. He was
beautiful area.
yeah, he was a solid black stallion. He was gorgeous, but man, we love it up there too. But there's so many people that make music down here, the red dirt music, Oklahoma, Texas, and that.
Yeah.
And they do, it's so many people follow them, and it's so encouraging, and the dancers are always full, and it's so neat to see that the tradition keeps going.
Absolutely.
Well, one of our new favorites, Cody Johnson, started out there, and I'm so happy to see him doing so well, because to me, he is bringing back some classic country to the main waves of radio, and that's the kind of music we like.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to see that, the different people kind of pulling it back in,
right.
and it's so important to do, and it's so loved for sure.
Yeah, I told her, I said, I think we need to plan a tour with you opening up for Cody.
There you go. That would be
next
great.
dream, huh?
Yeah. That would be good. That would be good.
I wouldn't complain.
No, you'd trudge along. You'd make it happen.
I would make it through. Yeah. Sounds miserable.
Yeah, y'all both ride a horse on stage together and just knock it out. See, right there, that's the opening right there.
I love it.
How many country singers can do that?
Not as many as you would hope anymore,
Yeah.
That's right.
I remember one time I was in El Paso, Texas, and they gave me this paint stallion, and it was back in the day before they had the headsets. And so I was holding the cordless mic, and I was going to sing the national anthem, and everything was good out there, getting ready to start. Got about, I don't know, like a couple of lines into the national anthem, and all of a sudden they let out the flag came down with some fireworks and everything behind it, and the stallion started crow hopping and jumping around and halfway bucking a little, and I'm holding on with one hand, the other hand on the microphone, and I'm so I had way more vibrato in my voice than I normally do, but by golly, we made it through.
Oh man. See, that's a cool story right there, Golly. So how can they follow you, Joni? What's your social media? So someone is watching today, say, I want to listen to that music.
Well, still got the websites for sure, joniharms.com, but I'm on pretty much all of the formats, iTunes, and what else are we on? She helps me with that part of it. I'm no techie at all. So I say, Olivia, help me get where I need to be. But no, my music can certainly be downloaded. I guess a lot of people just dial in Siri and say, play some Joni Harms, and usually she can help find me.
There you go. I love that. I love that. That's funny.
Thanks,
That's
Siri.
a smart way to do it.
How do we get Joni Harms?
Yeah. Please get some Joni playing somewhere. Yeah.
Come on. There you go. But no, you gotta go follow her. She's on Instagram. She does a really good job on Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff. And we're both on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you like to stream, YouTube, all that good stuff. I mean, we're always going on adventures. So if you want to follow, like I live in a travel trailer half the time with my 2 cow dogs, just traveling around playing music. And I always tell people that's got to be really entertaining to watch a single blonde gal and her 2 cow dogs travel across the western states. But
yeah, you belong in Texas.
There's only just a limitless amount of adventures we go on. So give us a follow on Instagram or whatever for sure.
Yeah, and yours, Olivia, is Olivia Harms music, correct?
Official. Yeah, music official. Yep, it's just Olivia Harms. You'll find some gal. I didn't wear my hat today, dang it, but you'll probably see some gal in a cowgirl hat smiling back at you, and that's me. So you can give me a follow.
Yeah,
Very
Shorty's
cool.
Hattery out of Oklahoma City takes good care of us with our hats. So shout out to Shorty.
Yeah.
Shorty. Awesome. Awesome. So what's next? I know we're getting close to wrapping it up. So what's next for you, Joni? I know you got a busy day. You just got in
well,
last night.
Yeah, just got in last night. So probably unpack and we'll do some wash, repack, because Thursday we leave again. I'll head out with the band for a few shows. And you were speaking of Joseph. We'll be over at a theater called the OK Theater in Enterprise on Saturday night, but we've got a few shows along the way. And then after that, and then next week I head to over Labor Day to the Alaska State Fair. So we'll have a complete change of scenery and head up to Alaska. And then she and I, you guys can follow along. We've got several things coming up that we're doing together. And let's see, Durango, Colorado. We're going to be in Santa Fe. We're going to be at the Heber City Cowboy Gathering in Utah. A lot of fun things coming up. She'll be at the NFR for sure.
Are you?
Yeah, I'll be there with her. I don't know, but
I'll probably see y'all out there.
You're heading to Texas.
Yeah, I got, let's see, less than a week or so, and I'm leaving Oregon, and I'll be gone for 14 weeks, you know, partly living in my trailer and, you know, kind of sorting stuff out with my, you know, my house now in Texas and getting all this crazy stuff sorted out. But I'll be on the road with my dogs for about 14 weeks and then come back for the holidays and then go down to Vegas. And so I'll be touring Texas and Colorado, Utah, all of it. We're just going all around the place. So
and your schedule is wild. She is like, I mean, she says she's on the road for that many weeks, and I'm probably maybe 2 days off, 4 days off that whole time. She sometimes does 2 gigs in a day, and I mean, I'm just amazed at all the places that she's going to be. So if anybody's near Texas, I'm sure you'll be somewhere near them at some point.
That's right.
During that tour.
Yeah. Well, it goes back to what you said at the very beginning. It's a great way to wrap up. It's just hard work. It's just keep putting that foot in front of the other. It's just the hard work. And man, y'all two exemplify it for sure. And I can't wait to hear more music and see what you write with Anita after you get talk to Anita.
Yeah.
And, that's going to be really cool.
We'll paint some musical pictures
Absolutely.
for the movie for sure.
Absolutely.
I love it. Well, Joni Olivia, thank y'all so much for being on Freedom Friday. I can't wait to meet y'all. Maybe we'll see each other in Vegas or in Texas.
Yeah, I hope so. Thank you, Scott. This was fun.
It was a blast.
Thank y'all.
All right, anytime. Keep in touch.